Alright guys, welcome back to Behind the Curtain, episode 2, part 1 for your WrestleMania 34 weekend, guys. So, on today we just got a couple topics we're going to talk about. Nothing too out of the ordinary that's going right now behind the news. But we're going to touch on Rusev asking for his WWE release weeks before Mania. We're going to touch on Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler are going to be calling a match at WrestleMania 34. What match are they going to be calling? So, it's two topics we're going to be touching on today. So, stay tuned for Behind the Curtain, episode 2, part 1.
Yeah.
DJ Durrell.
The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean? Huncho and Durrell make the beat, you know what I mean? I got this man on the saxophone.
Alright guys, welcome back. Now, it's WrestleMania week. I mean, going through the news and rumors, it's nothing too out of the ordinary that's going on. We already confirmed that The Rock is supposed to be at WrestleMania doing 7 with Elias. He got cleared by his doctors. I touched that on my preview predictions for WrestleMania. We also touched on the rumor about The Undertaker and John Cena not having an official match. Maybe they'll be having a segment to confirm the match for next year's WrestleMania 35, which, God knows, man, if that happens, you wasted John Cena another WrestleMania. It's not a WrestleMania he's going to be wasting, but that's what we touched on our WrestleMania 34 preview predictions. If you've not watched it, it is on the channel. We did a live preview predictions on Wednesday, so it's up on the channel if you guys want to check it out. Let's just go ahead and get right into this news first. We're going to go ahead and touch on the Jim Ross situation and Jerry the King Lawler, and we're going to touch on what match they are going to be calling. So it is kind of crazy that we know Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler are going to be at WrestleMania, but what are they going to be doing, and what match are they going to be calling for WrestleMania? So it is reported, we're going ahead and touch on it here, it's reported that Beth Phoenix will be helping Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and who else is on there? And Jonathan Coachman. She will help them call the Women's Battle Royal on the kickoff for WrestleMania. So Jerry the King Lawler and Jim Ross will be calling the Men's Battle Royal match. You're just reading this, you're like, of all the matches that you have on this card for WrestleMania, or they could be called AJ versus Nakamura, they could call Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, they could be called the Ronda Rousey Kurt Angle match. They could call what's not a big match, one of the big 4 matches. We already touched AJ Nakamura. Of all the matches that you could have Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler call, you having them call the freaking Battle Royal the Men's Battle Royal. Like, that's wasting you paying Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. You have them call the freaking Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal match. Now, I get why Vince is doing it. He's saying, well, this is going to start at 5 o'clock. If I'm going to have them on commentary, maybe they'll watch the match. No, Vince. Nobody wants to watch this waste of the Battle Royal, bro. Nobody wants to watch it. Yeah, you putting Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler on it makes people maybe want to watch it, but I know I ain't going to be watching it. I'll be probably still typing away, editing my videos for YouTube for you guys on Sunday before that junk even happens, so I'm not going to watch it. Sorry, bro. Yeah, you put in Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler, put it on freaking, I have it in the background, while whatever else I'm doing. Now, the big topic here for Behind the Curtain, episode 1, part 1 here, of course, was the whole Rusev situation, so let's go ahead and break this down. So, we've seen this happen before to other people. We've seen it happen to Wade Barrett. We've seen it happen to Damien Sandow. Those are the 2 big people. We've seen it so far happen to Ty Dillinger. Who else have we seen it happen to in the past? I would say Cody Rhodes too, because Cody Rhodes wanted to change his gimmick to what he's doing now. I bet you WWE now is thinking back on doing that now. So, again, the whole Damien Sandow and the whole Wade Barrett. At that time, I believe Roman Reigns was being pushed at that time in both situations. So, I've heard it before in the rumors that the reason why Vince let go of Wade Barrett and also Damien Sandow because they're in the way of the Roman Reigns push. Now, which, of course, I believe that. That's totally true because, again, they were more over than Roman at the time, and Vince wanted to silence those people while Roman was being pushed. Now, looking at the whole Ty Dillinger situation, him on SmackDown, at that certain time, who was being pushed? It was Jinder Mahal, right? He was being pushed. So, they wanted to keep him off TV to stop doing the 10 chants. You know what I'm saying? This is so stupid. Now, the whole situation, Rusev is the number 1 again. I reported last week on Behind the Curtain, episode 1. Rusev is the number 1 merchandise seller in the company right now. In the whole company, ahead of AJ, ahead of Nakamura, ahead of Roman Reigns, ahead of John Cena, ahead of The Undertaker, whoever else you want to name. He's number one. He's number one. So this whole Rusev situation is what irritated me. Let's go ahead and break down what they had to say in the report here for Rusev, and we'll continue discussing it. This is crazy, people. Where is that? Oh, I have it on the other one. I have it on the freaking Google. I forgot it's on the Safari one. It's on the Google one. Okay, here we go. Pop Culture WWE reports. Rusev reportedly unhappy recently asked for his WWE released. Okay? Despite looking surrounded and selling merchandise like a top WWE star, which Rusev has struggled to get meaningful reps in front of WWE camera. Yes, again, on SmackDown they're portraying him still as a heel, but we all know he's a babyface. So the disconnect between promotion and opportunity reported led to the Bulgarian Brute asking for his release. Again, Rusev asked for his release 4 weeks ago. This is before WrestleMania. So, according to Mike Johnson of the PW Insider, a source within WWE says that Rusev did in fact request to part with his WWE contract. However, WWE countered by putting him in the U.S. Championship match. So, that's the reason why Rusev was even added to the U.S. title match, because they wanted to keep him happy. So, you're telling me all I got to do, if I'm Ty Dillinger, if I'm the Ascension, or who's not being used that should be used? Again, Ty Dillinger, Ascension. What's the Breezango? Who else is on Raw is not being used? Apollo Crews. So you tell me all I got to do is say, hey Vince, I want to be released. Then you're gonna push me and use me? That's just kind of crazy. This is how this works. So WWE countered by putting him in the U.S. Championship match at WrestleMania 34 alongside Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, or Jinder Mahal. So at this point, Rusev was still gonna be in the Battle Royal. He probably would have won the Battle Royal, but again, that's a pointless match. Should have been on the pre-show. He would have been on the main show. This is crazy. Let's continue this article down here. The significance are still hazard, but this report fits a certain narrative. Yes, true. Just days ago, WWE added Rusev to the U.S. title match. Before then, Rusev and his supporting popularity was looking to be added to the Battle Royal, which he probably been in that. Considering Rusev contributes significantly, his Rusev Day chants, that is a top-selling shirt in the company. Yes, again, is number one. It perfect makes sense Rusev to have been salty. Yes, if you're number one merchandise seller, you should be used. The same goes for WWE sticking him in a title match to make him happy. Before we start handicapping Rusev WrestleMania odds, it's worth pointing out that Rusev allegedly asked for his release in 2017 also. So this is not the first time Rusev has done this. As well, however, the reports was quickly leaked as kayfabe news back in 2017. So, again, people, so all you tell me you got to do is just say, hey, Vince, I want to be released if you're not going to use me. And that way Vince will have to use you, which is kind of crazy. I mean, again, Ty Dillinger, The Ascension, Breezango, Apollo Crews, who I like, again. So you tell me, all I got to do is say, hey, Vince, I want to be released. Yeah, no, I'm going to use you. Like, for example, again, I go back to this back in the summer. The spot that Jinder Mahal had, you should have gave to Rusev. No offense. You should have gave to Rusev. You could have still built Mahal up, but had him be competing for the U.S. title, which he's doing right now. Again, if you would have had Rusev in that same spot as Mahal, him beating Nakamura or him beating Randy Orton, it would have came off a little bit better on TV than saying Jinder Mahal, who can't wrestle better than Rusev, who can't wrestle better than Randy Orton, is beating Nakamura and beating Randy Orton, which was frustrating the heck out of people to the point where they're like, you just buried Nakamura, which is crazy. But again, hopefully Rusev wins at WrestleMania, because again, he has to win, right? If he loses, I'm sure he's gonna be pissed off. Again, you're wasting my time. I'm the number one selling merchandise. You need to use me properly. So I hopefully Rusev gets used properly. I mean, hopefully he does. So that's it for Behind the Curtain episode 1. Again, nothing too extravagant in the news situation. There's nothing else big that we haven't talked about. I mean, again, tonight will be the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and then tomorrow NXT, and then and Sunday's WrestleMania. I'm sure. So tomorrow, only big story that I have right now for tomorrow is CM Punk's opponent for a UFC 225 is revealed. I mean, that's the only other topic that we can touch on, and also we have saying that Ronda Rousey wants Paul Heyman to be her manager after WrestleMania. So those are the two topics that we have for tomorrow. Again, CM Punk's opponent for UFC is revealed, and Ronda Rousey wants Paul Heyman to be her manager after WrestleMania, since reportedly Brock Lesnar's done after WrestleMania. So then Paul Heyman will have nothing else to do. So either you put him with Ronda Rousey or you put him with Roman Reigns. That's just freaking blatant, obviously. So don't forget to like the video, guys. Comment down below, subscribe, and then catch you guys tomorrow. So we have the big day tomorrow. We have NXT, and we also have UFC 225. Again, for my UFC fans out there, I heard now Anthony Pettis is off the card too, since his opponent is not going to fight. How many fights you going to get? 3 fights? That's crazy. So don't forget to like the video, guys. Comment down below, subscribe, catch you guys. Actually, might do it. I'll probably do a couple videos for you guys before I go to work. So catch you guys later on today.
Yeah. DJ Darrell. The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean?